The great Albert Einstein described insanity as doing the same things over and over again and expecting a different result. Now, if this is true, what then do we call those who agree that Nigeria is not meeting up to her potential and yet insist we stick with the same things rather than restructure the nation? Recently, some well-known and respected people professed that Nigeria does not actually need restructuring, and I just laughed. How can you say that a nation that does not have a national airline and yet has one of the highest numbers of private jet owners does not need restructuring? Our population is growing faster than our economy, and in 2 months' time, the United Nations project that Nigeria will overtake India as the nation with the highest population of extremely poor people. Yet India has 8 times our population. Nigeria desperately needs restructuring. Without true and monetary federalism, we will keep on borrowing for survival, but borrowing is not even the problem. The problem is borrowing for the wrong reasons. For instance, like borrowing to pay salaries. A wise man borrows to invest and not to consume. But because of the way Nigeria is currently structured, we have to borrow so we can spend 70% of our budget paying a civil service that is less than 1% of our population. Lagos State alone generates 55% of Nigeria's value-added tax, yet other states get a larger share of the revenue than Lagos. This is unfair and even more annoying when some of these states ban and forbid the sale of some of the items that make up the 55% from Lagos. You can't rob Peter to pay Paul and expect Peter to be happy. Nigeria needs restructuring to foster peaceful and prosperous coexistence between her various people, because the alternative to coexistence is not something we should ever contemplate. If we don't promote peaceful coexistence, then we will be promoting destruction. Let us take Einstein's advice. If we want different results, if we want positive results, if we want to achieve our potential as a nation, the only way is by restructuring. And for our information, it is not just Nigerians that are waiting for us to fulfill our potential. The entire black world is waiting on Nigeria to be the giant of Africa. As late Nelson Mandela put it, the world will not respect Africa until Nigeria earns that respect. The black people of the world need Nigeria to be great as a source of pride and confidence. My name is Ben Murray Bruce, and I just want to make common sense.